Hello and welcome everybody to another Foundations draft. We are now going back to the mean streets, or maybe it's the kinder streets of draft, where I feel like I have a much bigger edge, not gonna lie, relative to, of course, my performances in the sealed deck videos that you've seen, where it's been rough. We are once again down 20,000 gems or something along those lines, but I do have news. Fear not. Fear not. And this is a bad beat slash good beat, but look, I played literally one more time. I played one more time off camera, off stream. I just did one last Bloomborough Seal deck. And then, of course, we win the box, going 6-0. We even battled Austin Bursavich in the last round, and we were able to defeat him. He did mulligan, but I'm just saying we had a very good black-green deck, and we did get the trophy, and I wish I could have shared that experience with you. But at least I get to maybe share this nice draft experience. Now, let me just, before I head in, I also just want to say this is kind of my scheduling moving forward. I'm going to close out the year with some Foundations drafts. And then in January, I will be looking to do Pioneer Masters draft. Mostly because I need to prepare for the Arena Open in January, which is, I believe, January 10th, which is going to be Pioneer Masters draft. So I need to be caught up to speed there. So we have a couple of Foundations drafts left. And then moving into January, we're going to be doing a lot of Pioneer Masters. All right. Now, before I head into this draft, I just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Check out TCGplayer.com for all your TCG singles and sealed product needs. Whether you need to pick up a booster box of Foundations or any other sealed product, or buy some singles, make sure you check out TCGplayer.com and click that affiliate link in the description below. Additionally, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. Things such as deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, and more. They have a bunch of great stuff. Definitely check them out. They're going to have a huge convention presence. So if you go to SCGCon, MagicCon, any of those types of events, they're usually going to have a booth there. Swing by and say hi, and you will get 10% off your purchase when you say hi and mention that I sent you. All right, back to Foundations. Come on. Kaikar. That's an interesting one. This is a good pack. Double Big Fin Bouncer, Think Twice, Llanowar Elves. I mean, Think Twice is not quite on the same level. It's a good card, though. Double Big Fin Bouncer, Helpful Hunter, Burglar Rat, Llanowar Elves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not often do you get 6 commons that you're pretty happy taking in the middle of a pack. And then we have Tragic Banshee and Kaikar as the two cards that stand out. Tragic Banshee might be the better first pack, but Kaikar is pretty sweet. All right. Let's take the Kaikar. I'm not going for rank 1 here. I'm going for rank fun. Okay? And I think they're similar in power level. And honestly, the correct pick there is the Tragic Banshee. I just want to let you all know, because it's a single colored card, I believe that the power level of both of these cards are quite similar. But I just wanted to play with Kaikar. And now we're going to follow... Oh my gosh, what a pack, by the way. Seer Slicer Goblin, Feybloom Trick, and Hero's Downfall. And honestly, look, if I took the Tragic Banshee first pick, this would be a pretty easy Seer Slicer Goblin second. But given that I took the Kaikar, I kind of have to take the Feybloom Trick now. But, you know, honestly, I love me a Feybloom Trick. And it's amazing if I do end up in blue-white flyers. Noting that we do see Seer Slicer Goblin and Hero's Downfall. So moving into red and black is going to be a bit more difficult. All right, in blue-white, what's better, Healer's Hawk or Big Fin Bouncer? I think it's close, but I think I'd rather have the Healer's Hawk, mostly because when you draft blue, and white in particular, there's a lot of really good 4-mana plays, whereas good 1-drops are much harder to come by. Oftentimes, there's ways to pump your flyers as well, but Big Fin Bouncer, Uncharted Voyage, Felidar Guardian, or is it Sovereign? You know, the 2/3 lifelink creature. There's just a ton of good 4s. So I'm going to take the Healer's Hawk here and try my best to cut off blue-white, if possible. I really hope blue-white ends up being open here. All right, moving into pick number 4. This is kind of a blank of a pack. There's Runaway Together, which is not great. There's a Bite Down, which is just a pretty good removal spell. What does this do again? I have Birds and Fairies. I don't think this card's very good. So here it's really just a question of, do I take Bite Down or Evolving Wilds? And I'm just going to take the Evolving Wilds. I do think the Bite Down is also a totally fine pick. And now there's what? Dragon Trainer and Beastkin Ranger. We are seeing some green cards, but it's hard to tell just exactly how open green actually is. And then we have the choice between Tranquil Cove and the Brineborn Cutthroat here for us. And honestly, in blue-white, I just feel like you don't have that many spells. Like flash-type cards. So do I want the Cutthroat or do I take the Cove? I mean, I do already have an Evolving Wild, so maybe I'll take this just for my curve. And I do have a Fabulum trick. I just think there's a lot of times where the Cutthroat is not quite as good in blue-white, just because you're kind of more aggressive. You're more of an aggressive tempo-oriented deck. All right, Mild-Mannered Librarian. It did feel like green was a little bit open, and now this kind of confirms my suspicions just a little bit. I will take it. There is literally no blue or white cards in the pack, so I will take this here and see kind of what's next for us to draft. Is blue more open or is white more open? We'll see. I mean, we can also just not... Okay, well, we have to be green now. I don't really care too much about Muldrotha. Green is clearly open, and this is one of those, hey, you read the signals, and as much as I wanted to be blue-white going into this, because I first picked the Kaikar, mistakenly so, 7th pick Felling Blow, one of the best green uncommons in the set, followed by with Mild-Mannered Librarian 6th pick. This is definitely where we need to be. That means there's a good chance we're going to get some Llanowar Elves late, possibly. All right. So let's go ahead and take Felling Blow here. And yeah, green continues to flow. Well, okay, now there's an Affectionate Indrik, Gnarlid Colony, Lightshell Duo, and a blue-green land. I don't actually know. I'm just going to take the green card. I don't know if I'm going to be blue-green or green-white. So maybe I should take the Indrik. Although I guess no matter what, I'm going to be blue-green or blue-white, and I'm going to want to splash. You know what? I take that back. I think I'm going to have enough playables. Let's take the Thornwood... Oh, and the Llanowar Elves tabled! I thought I was going to get a late Llanowar Elves in pack number 3. But this is awesome. All right, Llanowar Elves there for us. And, yeah, I am liking our spot here. The question is, what should our second color be? Blue felt a little bit more open than white. All right, we have the choice between Wary Thespian and Cackling Prowler. I'm just going to take the Thespian. I don't like playing too many of these, but I just, when in doubt, I like taking the cheaper card here. The first Wary Thespian is all right in my book. Here, I don't really think Witness Protection is particularly playable, so I'll take the Courageous Goblin if somehow we have to make a radical pivot into a red-green 4 Powers Matter deck. Mono green? No, that's not happening. The Cyclops is pretty bad. I mean, we didn't see a whole lot of blue either. There was that pack with the double Big Fin Bouncer, so it's more like we're green, and what does our second color need to be? The thing is, I didn't see a whole lot of white either, and white is an extremely deep color, right? White is a really, really deep color, and the fact that we didn't see anything outside of this healers, no Banishing Light, no Helpful Hunters, no Dazzling Angels, no Luminous Rebukes, no Felidars. When you don't see any of those cards, it's such a sign that that's probably where you just don't need to be. So I'm not going to take the Dazzling Angel out of this pack, despite it probably being the best card in this pack, and I should probably look in a different direction. Honestly, this is a really weak, disappointing pack for me. I'm just going to take a Beastkin Ranger. It's just going to make my deck every single time. It's not the most exciting pick, but the only other exciting pick here is a Dazzling Angel. Perforating Artist, we're obviously too far away from, so this is kind of just I gotta do what I gotta do for my deck, and I will take the Beastkin Ranger there. We can certainly still splash the white for Kaikar if that ends up being on the table. Here we have Drake Hatcher, Arcane Epiphany, and a Banishing Light on the splash, maybe? I think I'm just going to take the Hatcher. It's not insane, but it's still just a 2-mana card. And now, once again, I'm just going to end up in the what I consider one of the worst color combinations. I mean, what else am I taking here? I don't want to take the black cards. Banishing Light is good. But do I really want to go with just straight 3 colors? I think I'm just going to take Drakecatcher and just try to solidify myself in a blue-green deck. Oh, and one of the best black-white cards. Actually, the best black-white card in the entire set here. Oh my gosh. Elenda is in this pack, and somehow... I mean, okay, we didn't see that much black, so it makes sense that we're seeing some black, but where are my... I guess my green cards? I don't know. What do I take? I could take a Strix Lookout, but man, that is a really underwhelming third pick here. I just can't take the Elenda unless I decide to go back to a green-white base and splash blue and black. No, this is just too far away from what I'm trying to do. I'll just take a Strix look. One thing I'll note with blue-green, you have a lot of mana, so finding some way to filter through your deck seems pretty important. There's the Llanowar Elves. There you go. Happy with that pickup. And there's a Mild Mana Librarian. All right, so green open from both sides. That's great to see. We're seeing some blue. There's a Felidar Savian as well, but happy enough just taking all the good green cards. And yep, this feels like... Oh, wait a second. Is it a Mischievous Mystic deck? All right. Okay, I like Overrun, but I think the Mystic is better. I do think the Mystic is better. It's a 2-drop. It's always going to be good. And it's still early enough where I feel like I can take enough things to get this going. I would have taken the Overrun if it wasn't for the Mischievous Mystic. These Cutthroats don't look particularly good here. Here, there's another Brineborn Cutthroat or an Ambush Wolf. I'm just going to take Ambush Wolf. Oh, this is an interesting one. There's a lot of good cards here for me. Huh. I think I'm just going to take Beastkin Ranger. It just hits pretty hard. Tatiova is not part of the equation here. Take a Light Shell Duo, but I'm not in love with it. Probably playing the Strix Lookup because I have the Mischievous Mystic in. I do need some card draw, so I think I will take this Arcane Epiphany. I mean, I just kind of need spells in general. So we'll be looking for that as we go into the later packs. The cards on the left are the ones that I think I'm gonna play. Wow, we opened one of the best green rares in the whole set. Now, we'll note that it's not as good in blue-green just because I don't have any ways to sacrifice, but obviously still gonna slam it here. I really wish I took that Bite Down now in pack number 1. I almost did. I'm just going to keep taking Llanowar Elves. Good 3-drops and Llanowar Elves. That's my plan here. I mean, there's a chance that it would table, but it's fine. Also, with 2 spells, it's probably not even worth it to splash the Kaikar. But right now, this deck is a little bit one note. I still just need more spells, I think, for this deck to actually really work. Think Twice would be a really good addition with Drake, Hatcher, and Mischievous Mystic, and the Kaikar. So that would be a nice way to keep the card flow going and trigger a lot of my cards. With triple Llanowar Elves, is it finally time to take a Tatiova? I have 4 3s already. I do think so. That's a bake into a pie. That's pretty late, but I feel like with triple Llanowar Elves, now we do have the green light to go ahead and take the Tatiova there. And there's a Luminous Rebuke, and maybe I just take that and look to play the 3rd color if I can find some white mana fixing. I'm not really interested in taking a Dwinnen's Elite. I don't think I have other 2-mana plays. So yeah, let's take this. I think it has more upside, and it gives us a little more interaction that this deck sorely needs. Here I'll take a Giant Growth, just to have as a random combat trick. And there's a Bushwhack. I don't really care about Quakestride or Ceratops, while Balmor and Heroic Reinforcements. And I don't really want a second Arcane Epiphany, so let's take Bushwhack, because that makes the White Splash a lot easier. We'll take another Bushwhack here, and that makes it so that I can actually play the Kaikar and the Luminous Rebuke, and it's not a big cost. And I have enough creatures here where I feel like adding another Ambush Wolf to my deck won't really kind of change how my deck plays out. I will also play this Fleeting Distraction, given that I have this Mischievous Mystic. And now do I take... I already have 2 Light Shell Duos, so I'm probably not going to play the other one. So I'll take the Campus Guide, although unlikely to play it. And now I do need something at the top end of my curve, so I will take an Icewind Elemental, just to go with all the Llanowar Elves. I just don't think this is a Cephalid Ink Mage deck. So we'll just play the Icewind Elemental to go at the top of our mana curve, and now we'll just take all the free Ambush Wolves that they give us. This doesn't feel like a great Brineborn Elemental deck. We have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that we can play at instant speed? Oh, 7. Maybe I can. This is a lot of cards, actually. I mean, they're not good cards, but they're cards. And I can definitely shave on lands. Man, here's the question. How many lands do I play? I think it's 15 at the very most. With double Bushwhack, triple Llanowar Elves, I think 15 at the very most. 14 might be pushing it, though. Can I play 14? Can I play 14? I don't know. That might be pushing it. Don't need the waltz. Just need 1 plains. Definitely want more green. Can shave on blue. 12, 13, 14, 15. So this gives us 9 green. How many blue cards do we have? We do have a good number of blue cards, but we need to over-index on green, just given our mana. And this deck also doesn't have as much looting as some of the other decks that we've had in the past, where I am a little bit more concerned that I might flood out with this deck. Man, this would actually be a pretty solid overrun deck. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spells for the Light Shell duos. This is obviously something that I could cut. Yeah, I still don't think I have enough for Brineborn Cutthroat, so I can cut that. I like all my other 2s. Even the Wary Thespian, getting some Surveilling I think is pretty decent here, and just having more 2-mana plays. 4 2-mana plays seems fine, especially we could be given that we have 5 1-mana plays. 12, 13, 14, 15. I feel like I shouldn't cut any of my spells. Is it crazy to play 3 islands? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blue sources? That's a little bit light. It's probably crazy. I probably need to cut like some of these creatures up here. How many creatures? I have a lot of 19 creatures. So yeah, I like all of my spells, and Fabloom Trick also acts as a creature, and this is a card draw spell that I pretty desperately need for this style of deck. So I just need to cut 2 creatures here. I can probably cut at least 1 Light Shell duo. And this is interesting. Kind of the decision between playing Light Shell Duo versus Icewind Elemental. Oh, I have Kaikar, which makes me want to make sure that I cast all of my spells. And maybe probably just 1 Ambush Wolf. I think I can cut that. I don't really have anything that cares about playing things at instant speed. And the Bushwhacks are much better with Beastkin Ranger. So I think we can do that. And I'm keeping the 2s just for curve purposes. So I think, yeah, I can just cut the 1 Ambush Wolf. All right. 15 lands, Bant. We'll see how this goes. We shall see how this goes. All right, now before round 1 starts, I just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying all of this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. Shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for all of your support. It truly means a lot, and you've really made this year very, very special for me. Thank you so much. All right. This is exactly the type of hand we would have expected with this kind of deck, so turn 1 Llanowar Elf, we are on the draw, and they do have a turn 1 Healer's Hawk, but turn 2 Beastkin Ranger into stuff is obviously very nice. Sanguine Siphoner is the play from the opponent. Actually, now I'm going to change my mind here. And hope to get them. Yes! Yes! Oh, man. Let's get an island with this. And let's play Beastkin Ranger. And I'm not interested in trading Ambush Wolf for Prideful Parent there, so... Vanguard Seraph is the play from the opponent, sure. Wow, they play mega fast. I kind of want to keep this. Just feel like a fight effect is going to be quite good for me. But I do kind of want to use Felling Blow on the Vanguard Seraph. The question is, where do I even put it on, right? Do I put it on Ambush Wolf or the Beastkin Ranger? Let's do that. Okay, you know what? Maybe I should have put it on the Ambush Wolf. Squad Rallier is the play from the opponent. Okay. And let's play another one. I wonder if I should have played the Beastkin Ranger, but I wanted to be able to play Fabulum Trick at instant speed if they went for a double block. Oh, yeah. It's what happens when you play a little bit too fast, I'm gonna say. Oh, that is something I am very interested in keeping. So what happens here? Beastkin Ranger gets blocked by Marauding Blight Priest. You know what? I actually have a good board. Let's just beat down. Fine. Wow, that's annoying. Yep. I actually think I'm not going to tap anything. Right? Yeah, there we go. Because I want to eat the Healer's Hawk. Let's tap this. Let's block there. All right. All right, Spinner of Souls will get me some value. Boom. Free Mild Manner Librarian. Boom. I'll take Icewind Elemental. Let's go, Spinner of Souls! They're at 6 life. No blocks. They're going to play a Squad Rallier. Oh, so they have like a removal spell, maybe? I'm going to play it kind of conservatively here, then. They could have a Luminous Rebuke, honestly. I'll discard that, because I can't play it. This can attack. This can attack. This can attack. They're probably killing my Spinner of Souls anyways. Yeah, bake into a pie. I mean, we saw this coming, so it's not a big deal. We're still really far ahead. Yeah. I don't think I've played against a faster opponent, though. That opponent just wanted to keep jamming. Holy cow. You play very fast. Fast and loose, as they say. Fast and loose. All right, on the play. Hey! I will say, even if I lose this game, just starting every game on the play with turn 1 Llanowar Elves, don't you just feel just nice and warm inside? Obviously, our opponent goes silly turtle thing, but it's okay. It's okay. It's boom, take that. Whoa, what? I would have guessed that you would not do that. You know what I mean? I kind of want to kill this wall, though. Alright. Oh, Luminous Rebuke. That's good. Alright, Bushwhack. Target creature you control. Let's kill the wall. Our opponent just building blue-white walls, apparently. Don't need the blue mana. I mean, this is kind of... We're kind of all in here, but we have 2 removal spells. So that is a good spot to be. Is there like a Flash Flyer? I'm going to leave a Llanowar Elf back here to keep up Luminous Rebuke. Or to play around Aetherize. Okay. Sure. I mean, I can just play everything again. This is not a good card. It ended up just not working out. Alright, there you go. My opponent played a 4-mana Fog, and I get to draw a card off my Mild-Mannered Librarian. That's a Mocking Sprite. I mean, they're not attacking me. I'm doing this, that way I can just attack with everything. Yeah. That's fine too. I don't know what's happening here. My opponent just... I don't know what they're doing. Okay, well, they're doing that. That's a good thing to be doing. Yeah, this is what I just need to close my mouth. Don't say anything, Paul. Don't judge. Your opponent can just play some bomb and you die. Alright, you can get those 2. Oh, they did a good job. Alright. Let's kill this. Let's use this to just... whatever. You can see the island that I get. I don't care. Let's attack. They have Serra Angel, but I do have Felling Blow. Meteor Golem. I still have Felling Blow. Yes, I know I could have played the Kaikar. Here, you know what? I'll play the Kaikar, okay? Just to say that I did. That was nice and smooth, but my opponent didn't really put up much of a fight in that one. I bet they had a Day of Judgment, just based on some of the cards that I saw, like the turtle. You played a turtle to kind of stall out the game, you play the wall, and then you try to build to a certain card. So it would not shock me if they had a Day of Judgment in their deck. Alright, on the play again! Let's go! Turn 1, Llanowar Elf once again into turn 2 Beastkin Ranger. We have a Tatiova for the late game if maybe we get a little bit flooded. What do you have? Oh, okay. They're looking for some good plays here, it seems. If I can save this Evolving Wilds, that would be so nice. Because I have the Tatiova, and that's a really nice combination. But I'm still going to be looking for action here. I don't want Llanowar Elves, though. The only question now is if I choose to get... If I should Bushwhack for a land, so I can make sure I can play my Tatiova. But the reason why I'm not... Okay, this is... The reason why I didn't was I want to be able to use the Bushwhack as a potential removal spell here too. I kind of want to draw the extra card. If I attack with both, they block the Beastkin Ranger. I don't want to get too greedy with Tatiova. Like, I don't know if I'm going to draw a land there. So I'm just going to play the Evolving Wilds to just make sure that I can have a play on turn 5. Obviously, it's ideal. Obviously, it's ideal to get some extra value, but... Alright, let's go get a Plains here with the Evolving Wilds. Luminous Rebuke would be a great draw. Icewind Elemental's also fine. Totally fine. And I'm going to do that because Tatiova, you want to be able to go Tatiova plus land. Although, now I guess I just discard the land. All things considered. I mean, they can't just take all this damage. Especially with an Icewind Elemental in play as well. I feel like that's probably just a little bit too much. Like, just trade. I don't understand. Just trade with the Lightshell Duo. I mean, maybe they think they can race me. Maybe they can. If I can find... Yeah. Yeah, I think this block is kind of necessary here. There's just too many bad things that can happen that make you fall behind. Our opponent has a lot of cards, though, I will say. Micromancer into Burst Lightning is what's happening here, most likely. They're gonna Burst Lightning this Wary Thespian for sure. Oh, maybe they just trade? Okay. I'm okay with this. If there's a land on top, do I want to keep it? Possibly. I think so. Now what? Burst Lightning can kill the Icewind Elemental. But basically, they have no board if I do that. So am I willing to trade Bushwhack and Icewind Elemental for a Micromancer and Burst Lightning and then still play 2 more things? Maybe not. I could just play Mild Manner Librarian and pass. I'm at 15. Yeah, let's just do that. Yeah, no, I like this because now, if they attack, I can block, pump, and kind of force them to use the Burst Lightning there. And that's an okay spot, I think. I also prevent a bunch of damage this way, right? Whoa! That was not expected. Oh, because they're gonna kill the Icewind Elemental, sure. But that's obviously okay for me. Gorehorn... Oh, that's also very good. Into Burst Lightning. Okay. Yeah, no, that's fantastic. Alright, so we're gonna try to get back into the game here with the Tatiova. Can't Bushwhack anything. But we can draw land where else. Nope. Alright, that was a much worse thing for us to happen to us. Alright, no blocks. Excuse me. Oh no, they don't have another Burst Lightning, do they? Okay. They didn't. Fortunately. Come on, Tatiova, you're supposed to draw us into more action. This is not great. This is not great at all. I'm at 11? These things hit hard. Like, what do I do? Oh my god. Alright. Alright. Nice. This is a nice control deck. This is a nice control deck. We got a lot of value early, but the Gorehorn Raiders with the Burst Lightning Micromancer. I feel like Slagstorm is a card I lose to more often than the average player. Or maybe it just is a great card. I always get blown up by it. But look at my hand. Like, what am I supposed to do? Yep. Alright, good game. Got Slagstormed out. Got Slagstormed out. That's fine. That is fine. Our opponent had a solid deck. Good sequencing. They played well. Can't complain. I mean, I can, but it would not be great. Okay. Where's my Llanowar Elf? And I'm on the draw? Oh, no. My downfall right here. And we're playing against public enemy number 1, Dimir Control. I can never beat a Dimir Control deck. If I'm not playing my own Dimir Control deck. Maybe it's a mental thing. Who knows? I'll keep that. So this is an interesting attack. Like, they must have, I don't know, something that's kind of annoying against what I have. Oh, it's a Fabloom trick. Is it a Fabloom trick? Feels like a Fabloom trick. Oh, sure. I have a Fabloom trick. You are super tapped down. Alright. Clean 2 for 1 there. Cannot complain about that. And then Big Fin Bouncer on the Wary Thespian is fine as well. Okay. I can go Light Shell Duo here. I can get tempoed out if they have some kind of bounce effect. So maybe it's better to just go double spell here. Yeah, I like that. Let's go Thespian plus Strix Lookout. Bushwhack is very good. Bushwhack plus Light Shell Duo is a nice combo. I actually am considering playing the other Light Shell Duo. I just don't know what it is I'm supposed to be cutting. Is it the Wary Thespian? I'm not sure. Maybe it's just Ambush Wolf. I'll trade a 3-1 for a 3-2. Could be the Skyship Buccaneer, I guess. Grow from the ashes. Okay. This is awkward just because, like, I like every card in my hand. I'll get rid of the Ambush Wolf. Seems less relevant given that they're probably going to play something big here. Sylvan Scavenging, okay. Oh, nothing? That's unlucky. Or are they sandbagging? Just nothing. What do you do on my upkeep? Oh, Uncharted Voyage. It's an Uncharted Voyage. That's why they had that upkeep stop, you know? I will keep that on top. Did they bin something? Oh, they binned the Horn Beetle. Kaikar. I do have a Bushwhack. So now I can use that to get the planes. We'll see. We'll see what they do. Like, it's possible I want this Bushwhack for something else, and I'm not looting. I kind of like everything that I have here. Is it another bounce spell? It sure is. I mean, yeah, I'll keep it. It's just still a good threat, right? Like, you just... I guess I'm just getting rid of Giant Growth. All right. Do I need the Kaikar? I think I'd rather just surveil and find some good stuff. Fleeting Distraction, though, is pretty interesting with the Kaikar, so I do think I'll keep that. Because now I can go... Now I can go Bushwhack, get a planes, play Kaikar, Fleeting Distraction. Right? So that seems very good. White. And then now I can use this to just protect all my creatures. Exile not target creature you control, okay. Or I can make a 1/1. There's just a lot of stuff I can do now. And I have lethal flyers here too. They just got flooded. That's all. Yep. Stab. Okay. Let us loot, I guess. Discard that. Okay. They're at 1. I mean, I could have made a bird end of turn, but this still seems fine. Even if they play a sweeper, I can just, you know. Waldrotha, okay. Yeah, that's game. Alright. They had a nice little Sultai value deck, I suppose. Yep. Alright. Easy peasy. 3-1. 3-1 with our blue-green Llanowar Elf special dot deck. Alright, let me just quickly... I feel like... yeah, I think I just want to play Lightshell Duo. But I'm not sure what I want to cut. Actually, 1 seems totally fine. That 1 seems totally fine. Alright. On the play... 1 land. Alright, this is just a mulligan. Has a lot of good cards in it. If I had 2 lands, I think this is a keep, given I have the Wary Thespian, but... man, that's tough. That's tough. So many good cards in that hand. Keep this. Bottom the island. Turn 1 Llanowar Elf into turn 2 Spinner of Souls. Great, great start. Nothing from the opponent. Strix Lookout. Wow, what a curve. Look at this. Look at us. Look at this board. It's kind of ridiculous. I'd like to give a special shout out to Llanowar Elves. Fantastic team player. This looks like a Feybloom trick. Probably want to fire it off. They can try to get really greedy and hope that I attack with Llanowar Elves. But this feels like a Feybloom trick, yeah. Tap down my spider, probably. Yeah. Honestly, trading this for this and getting a card might not even be that bad. Are you mono blue? What's happening? What do I do with this? I'll just make the obvious attacks, I guess. I don't want to miss a land drop here. Oh, looks like they have a counterspell. Sure. I'm just so far ahead on board, you know what I mean? Like I don't need. Let's get a blue source because I have 2 green sources already, and then we can now set up for a Feybloom trick here. You got to play something like a Big Fin Bouncer or a Gleaming Barrier, I suppose. They're just super dead. I mean, our hand was absurd. Like, their hand was kind of clunky. Well, yeah, I mean, it was like slightly clunky. And we just had Llanowar Elves into the spinner, into just all kinds of nonsense. We just did Llanowar Elf things once again. All right. We are on the draw, but we do have the very good turn 1 Llanowar Elves. Nothing to follow that up with here, sadly, just because I have the Thornwood Falls in my hand. But obviously, this is still not a hand that I can mulligan in the slightest. All right, let's keep this. Our opponent mulliganed. Our win rate has gone up. Our expected win rate has gone up. I don't what even Sirkovitz, are you watching? Okay, our win rate went back down. I was going to say, what is your if your opponent mulligans to 6, how does that change the win rate? 5%? Something like that, right? I'm hoping that... Yeah, this was just a really stupid, greedy play on my part. Yeah, that was a stupidly greedy play on my part. Oh well. I was hoping they'd just attack me like they did the turn before, but it's just so likely that they just do something there. I'm not in the business of just bottoming spells, so... Okay, Healer's Hawk, Squad Rallier. How do I want to do this? Interesting. I mean, I'm definitely killing the Squad Rallier. But I don't want the fight effect to happen before, so... Because this is a fight, not a bite. And this actually works out because I can rebuke the Prowler, too. If they attack me. depending on what they play. I hope they don't play something big. Great. I'll keep the Evolving Wilds for Tatiova, I guess. Looks like they're out of action. Wow. All right. Well, there you go. They mulliganed and I killed their squad rallier. I do love me a squad rallier, but we are rallying ourselves. We went from rank 50-something to start the video today, and we are now ranked 16th because draft is a much better format than sealed. Not even close, right? You can control your own destiny in a lot of instances, read the signals, and change your win rate drastically. Whereas with sealed, with the existence of play boosters, it's the worst it's ever been. It really is. It's just not a good format in my opinion, but it's the only format that you have available to kind of qualify for certain things. So I just play it because I have to. Alrighty. 5-1. Definitely going much better than the previous Simic deck. Oh, but you know, I will say, I am turning it around. Because prior to this, last night, I did go 6-0 in the Bloomburrow Sealed. So maybe this is the beginning of a little streak. A little streaky streak. We'll see. Strix Lookout here into Beastkin Ranger. I mean, this is just a nice little common curve, I guess. But hey, we were on the play. 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop, and a giant growth. That is just... that is... Foundations draft in a nutshell, right? I don't have white mana, so let's just get rid of both. Happy to continue attacking. Oh, you know what? Mocking Sprite was actually the card I was scared of there. So I'm kind of happy that they blocked. But we are kind of running low on resources here, definitely. So we just kind of have to... Whoa, another Mocking Sprite. What can they have? A Sure Strike, +3/+3? I think I want to give up a damage just to be able to have Giant Growth here, I think. To play around Sure Strike. I'm probably discarding anything that's not Tatiova, but... Oh, it's a counterspell. Oh, they got me! Good beats. I guess it wouldn't have mattered. The creature never would have resolved. That was a good turn. Mocking Sprite plus Essence Scatter. But our creatures are beefy, and that's the issue with blue-red. It's just... The creatures are dinky. If the big green cards get underneath you, you're in trouble. Oh, Seer Slicer Goblin is very good, though. Probably something worthy of a bushwhack, to be honest. I hate you. I truly do. Yeah, now we're just mega dead. God. I mean, I felt like I had to go for it, right? Like, don't I need to try to go for the Seer Slicer Goblin? What a stupid good card. Like, with an evasive creature. Like, what do I even do? They have a counterspell, too. I mean, this is just the... When you go up against the blue-red spells deck, this is the kind of nonsense you run into. Come on. Tatiova. This is where tricks are super bad. Just because the blue-red decks will almost always have more tricks than you. I'm telling you, they have a refute. I'm telling you. Yeah. We had a good start. We did. Wait. Oh, they drew that with the refute. I see. You just didn't have anything else to play there? Alright. I mean, is there a world where we can randomly get them with a giant growth? I don't know. Probably not. Well, that was incredible. This has vigilance. Oh, this is not going to go well for you. Oh my gosh. Are we going to turn this around? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I thought we were super dead. Oh. Let's go. They just threw away their whole army. Okay, we have a chance. They're at 1 life. I think we got this. They're flooding out. Oh my gosh. I thought we were dead for sure. I thought we were dead for sure. I thought... The moment I thought I lost was when they Uncharted Voyage my creature. I just thought I was dead. Alright, get my head back into the game. I apologize for the salt there. There has just been a lot of losing recently, and I need to change my headset. We're moving into a new year. I'm gonna crank out even more content, try my best. You will probably see me do some streams as well, especially as I prepare for the Pioneer Masters Arena Open. So once the new year kicks around, there will be a lot more content from me. Alright, opponent on the play. Ooh. I suppose I keep this. It's a 4-lander, basically. But we basically bushwhack for an island here, play the Strix Lookout, and just kind of, you know, play a regular game of Magic. Turn 2 Strix Lookout into Feybloom Trick or Spinner of Souls. Very good. Beastkin Ranger. Okay. I'm gonna go for a little tempo play here. Oh, you know what? This means I can't attack. But I actually feel like I want to prevent... I want to take less damage than deal damage here, so... The only downside here is the Spinner of Souls. Like, I can't actually kill anything with the Bushwhack here. Not ideal, I will say. Not ideal. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, what do I do? Like, is it play Spinner of Souls? Is it just... Yeah, I mean, it's got to just be... Play Llanowar Elves and Spinner of Souls. And then just pass. I forgot that the Dwynnin has reach. But like I said, I still just want to minimize the damage that I take. Wary Thespian. Okay. Okay. They didn't attack me? What? Okay. Tatiova. Man, I feel like I'm getting overrun so hard here. I didn't play the land here so that I can go Tatiova land. Oh, nothing. That is amazing. Alright. Can't really attack. Hey, but this is actually just a fantastic spot for us if they're not going to continue adding to the board. I feel like if they had a way to kill Spinner of Souls, though, they would have done it already, right? Okay. Okay. That was a necessary evil. But the Tatiova's also really good here. You know what? That was good, though. They get back the Beastkin Ranger. This Dwinin is a problem. And we are going to deal with it next turn. Giant Growth seems pretty good against red-green. Let's kill the Dwinin. Alright. That was good. We killed the Reach creature. So now we can attack with our flyers. They have a Beastkin Ranger. Yeah. Alright, this is good. I like our board. Our opponent apparently also likes our board. And there you have it, folks. Finishing in the top 12 after drafting a really, really sweet Bantak. And this time, we drew well, we read the signals, played okay, and we got there. Let's take a look at the deck here. Look at this. 15 lands. 15 lands. I think 14 might be pushing it, but 15 lands, triple Llanowar Elves. Green was so absurdly open, right? We started out the draft first picking a Kaikar because I wanted to have some fun. We still managed to find a way to fit it in, even though it wasn't that good. But green was really where it was at. It's just one of those things where you just have to be ready to pivot, and when you identify the open lane, you get everything. You get everything. You get to table things. And that's where all of a sudden, you get cards like Bushwhack or, Ambush Wolves, which are fine middle of the pack picks, but you're starting to get these cards 10th and 11th pick. And that's a world of difference. That is a world of difference. That just means the pure card quality is just so much higher. And we were just able to kind of take advantage of all of that. I'm not saying our deck was insane by any stretch of the imagination, but I mean, Spinner of Souls, Kaikar, triple Llanowar Elves, double Mild Manner Librarian, Mischievous Mystic, actually a reasonable number of combat tricks and removal effects for blue-green, which is something that is usually a problem, and we just kind of had all of that covered. But anyways, this deck played out really smoothly, and the thing is, it's not like it was crazy. This is just exactly what you expect. We didn't have Turmoil Llanowar Elf every time, but still, we respected our mana curve of 2.5. Lots of good things to do early, enough interaction, and then some power in the late game as well. Really just allowed this deck to come together and perform much better than I thought it would. Honestly, this still didn't feel like a trophy deck. Most green decks don't, but the fact that we were able to do it, I gotta be happy. I get to actually post a winning video for all of you, and that's fantastic. We get to go back to our winning ways, and when you have that bad sealed run that I did, you start questioning things, even though there's no reason that I should, right? Like, I've been playing this game for 20 years. I have had success at many different levels of this game. I've hit rank 1 this season. I've won $2,000 multiple. Like, there's just so many. But the thing is, when you just get your butt kicked, I don't care who you are. I don't care how good you are. If it happens over and over again, like the way that it's been happening to me, especially in sealed deck recently, you just start wondering, it's like, do I have a wrong approach to limited Magic? Am I playing raw bad? Like, what's going on? And my conclusion is, yes, there was some playing bad because I was tilted and I was doing a lot of sealed decks. But I also just feel like there is a problem with this sealed deck in general. I think Corticals was alluding to this as well, but just the existence of the play boosters wildly changes the variance in what you can open. Having somebody who can open 10 rares in a pack and somebody open 6 rares in a pack is just ridiculous, right? Having that ability is just massively changes what you can run into, and your skill edge can't necessarily negate that in a lot of instances, right? Because if I open in draft is fine. If you open 2 rares in a pack, you can only still take one of them and you just pass the other one. So it's the power still gets kind of distributed relatively evenly. But that's just not the case in sealed deck. Will I still keep playing sealed deck? I have to, right? If people like watching videos that have stakes on them, and sadly, right now, it's sealed deck for limited. You have to play sealed deck to make it into day 2, where then if you're doing the arena opens, then you can do drafts. But even for the qualifier weekend, if it's sealed deck both days, good luck. I mean, literally, good luck. You're going to need it because you're going to run into some really powerful things. But rant aside, good to be back to our winning ways. Rank 12. Happy to close out the year strong. Maybe we can crack the top 10 as we continue and here's the thing. I actually had fun. Foundations is still fun relative to my expectations going into the set. Duskmorn was an all-timer. I love Duskmorn. I remember telling Marshall Sutcliffe, like, oh man, are we going to be in? Is this going to be too basic? Are people going to get sick of Foundations after a week or two? No, it's still fine. I mean, it's not as good as Duskmorn, but I'm still having a reasonable amount of fun. And I feel like a lot of people are there as well. And I can even tell you just from the various videos that I make. It's like Foundations is the top dog. I tried Vintage Cube. Didn't work. Pioneer Masters. It's doing all right. And I think people will start getting tired of Foundations. And so I will be moving over to Pioneer Masters content, particularly with the Arena Open right around the corner. But let's just say, once this is a big winter break, and this is my first big break for content creation. Let's hope that the new set comes out pretty soon. But until then, I'm totally fine just drafting Foundations and having success with green decks, which I didn't think I would at the beginning of the Foundation season. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Shout out to all the patrons. Thank you so much for all your support. Additionally, check out tcgplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. You want to pick up some cards for your Commander deck, or Standard deck, or Modern deck, or Legacy deck. I ran out of formats. Pioneer deck. Check out tcgplayer.com. Make sure you click that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, check out heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. If you want top-of-the-line deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, and more, go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon to get 10% off your first order. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.